Women have always played a crucial role in history, from the beginning of time. The American Revolution is no exception. We learned about Betsy Ross and her making of the first American flag that was used by the Continental Congress and the Continental Army during the American Revolution. We also learned that Betsy Ross was a name not of a true person, but attached to a person who did what she was believed to have done. For that reason, there are probably more influential women of the time that could have been used as iconic figures to inspire and motivate. Mercy Otis Warren was one of those political figures. She was active as she grew up as a lawyer's daughter. She had many siblings who were also active in politics. The males, of course, because women at the time didn't have a political voice. They weren't supposed to be seen or heard outside of the home or outside of their family. It was Rose Marie Zagare's A Woman's Dilemma, Mercy Otis Warren, and the American Revolution that stated, Mercy's fireside tutorials about rights and liberties took on added significance when it became clear that neither her father or her brother could lead the fight against encroaching tyranny. That's exactly what the American Revolution was. We, as Americans, were fighting against tyranny, the tyranny of the British Crown and the British military. It was Mercy Otis Warren who understood that her place in history was gonna be substantiated by her political power. It was her own letters to John Adams, who was also another very powerful political figure of the time, that stated, but while the worthy guardians of our liberty and happiness are taking all possible steps to the public welfare, I think they should not be regardless of personal safety. This makes me anxious that the Provincial Congress should be at a further distance than Cambridge from the headquarters of their vindictive enemies. It sounds as if she thinks that the power that the Continental Congress was gaining was substantial and that they should be fighting against the Crown and Parliament with laws and fighting it politically instead of with armies and in war. She understood the power of the pen. She understood the power of ideas. I believe that someone as Mercy Otis Warren would have been so much stronger of an influencer and motivator for women throughout all of history, not just during the American Revolution or immediately following, than Betsy Ross was. Betsy Ross served the same purpose as Rosie the Riveter did during World War II. It was a name given to a real person that did something similar or related to what these iconic figures or iconic names were credited with doing. Women do play a critical role today throughout all of history, but it's essential to show these women in a light that's true, that can make people understand that you can do this too. You are able. Betsy Ross, Rosie the Riveter, Mercy Otis Warren. Women are crucial to the study of history. Women are crucial to establishing history. It just depends on what era you're studying or what you find to be important during that time period.